over by the waterfall, and it came over to the waterfall with me. And I went to the waterfall because that's originally where I recorded. I started recording, and I did 2 recordings over there, and I ended up deleting them both. But we got a pretty little bird here. And so anyway, I'm gonna start over one more time, and I guess I'm just gonna hold this bad boy. But I originally started recording at the waterfall. Well, close your eyes while I turn around. Oh, look at the bird is still here. That's so cool. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a waterfall right there. So I started over there, and then my phone fell over. It wasn't like the most secure spot, and so I was like, well, okay, I'm not gonna try to make this work. I'm gonna swing around again because we've got oops. Sorry guys. There's the bird. We've got our bird. So yeah, so I was gonna record over there, and then as I was leaving, okay, I'm moving again. Sorry. So 2 ducks came in, and it was so cool. And they started splashing in the wishing well. And now there's a couple over there, a living couple, which I won't stay on because that's weird. But so anyway, so I'm back over here, and I'm just gonna get to it because this is the 3rd time, and I'm exhausted, and I really gotta pee. But so anyway, so I had shown this picture the other day of what I had drawn. Did I do that already? How long has this been going? 2 minutes. I think I showed it already, but I'm going to show it again just because, the brain be like that sometimes. So, okay, so we've got, what do we have here? We've got Tony the tiger that's supposed to be a dragon on top of the scale, and I did do this, but we'll just do it again, right? And so there's a heart, and then there's the Ma'at feather, and it shows that the heart is not worthy, that it's heavy, it weighs more, and then there's a bird underneath, and then you can see the outline. There's a little outline there because I was drawing the country, which is significant of like just a lot of the stuff that's been going on in the nation. And then there is a squirrel. I'll just run around the corner. Oh wait, I hope you guys don't mind. You're not driving, trying to look at anything. There's a squirrel. Okay, everybody has squirrels when they see a squirrel. Anyway, okay, I will not do that anymore. So a couple of weeks ago, maybe it has been like 2 weeks, I was sitting down, and then I just started writing, and then I was going to post it, and I was meditating and was told, not yet, the time is not right. And so I feel like today the time is right to post it. So I'm going to read it. Some of it's art, some of it is, as in, creative writing, but there's truth to it, and some of it is just truth. But anyway, for the algorithm, yeah, this is definitely artistic writing. So anyway, it starts out, it says, I think I wanted to say something first, but I forgot. So anyway. All right, so it starts out with, there's an evil that, okay, I'm gonna switch hands. All right, so it says, there's an evil that masks itself as man, but it is not. It is soulless. And I'm gonna rest my arm so that way I'm not going crazy here. All right, so it has a never-ending hunger, a hunger that cannot be quenched. It cannot feel joy, it can only consume joy. It cannot feel satisfaction, it can only consume satisfaction. It cannot feel love, it only consumes love. It cannot feel abundance, it only consumes abundance. It wields fear and hate with the fluidness of air and water. In its wake, it leaves death and famine. This evil masks itself as man, but we, the chosen, the original chosen, and the newly awakened chosen, sorry, someone just walked up. But we, the chosen, the original chosen, and the newly awakened chosen, are here to be guardians, as protectors of the earth, in participation with the divine, to protect and deliver, to defend and awaken mankind from this evil. We are here as a voice of the wise. We take many forms. We are here to awaken the walking dead. We are here to transform this world. We are here to free the slaves bound to misinformation. We are to free those bound to fleeting pleasures, addicted to fear and drowning in hatred, misguided by ignorance and taught through lies. We are here to be light. Light shines brightest in dark places. We are here to shine the light of truth, the light of knowledge, the light of wisdom, and the light of love. We are here to transform this world, to bring it back to its former glory, to its original glory. We are here to free the inhabitants of this planet, of this culture, and of this time. We have been enslaved through the misuse of power, of the power of media, reprogramming our minds, using our emotions and our attention against us, using media to fool us, to trick us, to misdirect us, to lull us to sleep, as sleepwalkers while they feed. Using our imaginations to bring into reality the things that we dread, to feed the monsters, to feed the soulless ones, to feed the shadows, breathing life into the evil ones among us. They look like they are living, but they are not alive. They do not live, they only consume. When we walk in fear, they are strengthened. We still have power over them. They fear us, even as many of us are still asleep, unaware that we are the watchers, that we are the protectors, that we are the light warriors. Let us not be asleep in our awakenedness. Let us not fall into the trap thinking that the only reason for our awakenedness is self-care, self-advancement, self-gain, and self-abundance. Remember, all is one and one is all. The purpose for our awakening and unity is to free the world, all peoples. It is for us to unite, to stand up, to expose, to cleanse the evil from among us. There is a shadow in the land that clothes itself with skin. It walks like it's awake, but it has no soul to sustain it. It feeds on the souls of those around us, around it, who have knowledge but lack wisdom. It feeds on pain, misery, lack, and fear, and on division. It feeds on hatred. It feeds on lust. It feeds on ignorance. It feeds on youth when we know no better. It takes advantage of us not teaching our youth how to protect themselves. It feeds on our ignorance of how to protect ourselves, of us not knowing our innate power, our soul power. It can only feed on us with our permission. It has no sustaining life force of its own, and so it feeds. Its goal is to enslave all of mankind. You can see this in the rise of the oligarchs, the laws that are being passed to take away human rights in our country and across the world, the laws being passed to make it easier for courts to pollute our water and our land, to steal resources, to bring barren the planet through destruction. The brazenness with the unaliving of people by officials and governments. The God of darkness, who mostly do not look dark, desire to drink up all the essence of this planet, all the essence of the people, all the magic of the awakened. Their goal is to destroy this planet, but we have the power, the ability, the resources, the magic, the skill to stop this madness. But it will take us unifying with the original keepers. The newly awakened become a part of the original keepers. Now is the time to unify. Now is the time to acknowledge the wrongs done to the keepers, those who have had their lands, their homelands, their history, their memories, their magic, their spirituality, their science stolen and reappropriated. The society has tried to destroy the keepers, stripping them of their dignity and of their knowledge, of their remembrance of their power, their heritage, their birthright, the power of their love, the connection to the divine, the remembrance of their purpose. As the keepers suffer, all will suffer without them. The keepers have carried the weight of the suffering. Now it is time for unity. Now it is time for enlightenment of knowledge, purpose, and power. And this is the truth. Now is the great awakening. The chosen. We have everything, and we have nothing. I am everyone, and I am no one. I am all, and I am the void, filled with potential. So that's my writing. I think it kind of self-explains itself. It's self-explaining, I guess would be the better way to say it. But let me know what you think. Thank you for staying with me and seeing this little wobbly camera. And anyway, I do just want to say a couple of things, because I think that as spiritual people, as those who are seeking enlightenment, as those who are enlightened in many ways, we need to not be afraid to acknowledge truth, and there's so many, if you listen to more than one of my videos, you probably have heard me say this a few times, that there's such a false spirituality in the fact that everything has to be hunky-dory all the time to be spiritual, and that's just not realistic. And not that we're not happy when things are not, like, happiness is not determined by what's going on in our life, right? High vibe is not determined by what's going on in our life. Those things are determined by our spirit. Those things are determined by our focus. Those things are determined by our choice, by where we choose to live and where we choose to have our energy reside. And so in this world, we're kind of taught that those who have, like, there's somebody who's building a lot of data centers who's super wealthy, right? There's a few of them, but we're told, like, those are some pretty awesome people, because they have, and so everybody's told them, you want to be like these people. But when you look at their track record, when you look at the destruction that they've done, when you look at how few people have actually been helped by the massive wealth that they have, you got to consider, like, okay, pick any spiritual practice, right? Any spiritual teaching, right? Does that sound like any of them? And then we've got the alarms going, right? Because it's urgent that we change our perspective. It's urgent that we see the truth. It's urgent that we stop allowing ourselves and our opinions of what's right or wrong to be directed by those who are doing the most wrong, and so we can take the sirens as, like, hey, this is a message that is restarting our hearts, restarting our conscious, restarting, and adding to the cleansing of the world, you know. And so I kind of went on a tangent, and then I got distracted by the sirens a little bit, but I do think they were timely, and so yeah, so we get afraid to talk about the dark, right? And just like the ambulance that was going by, we know it's a sign of trouble when we hear them, but when we're the ones in trouble, it is a sign of life. It is a lifeline, and if you've ever had anything happen to you in your life where you needed one to come, that was a sound that you were so very grateful for. And if you were in a situation where you probably needed one and you didn't hear it come, that is a sound that you would have wanted. And so we can take this message that the divine put on my heart as that siren blowing, blaring, and knowing that you're not just meant to hear the siren, but you are meant to be a siren. You are meant to, with all the amazing things you're doing in your life and all the amazing things that you are desiring to accomplish, within that as well, you are meant to help transform this world and to bring it right, in right union with the divine, and right union with nature, and right union with love and with truth and with oneness. And so you are needed, you are important, you are powerful, and you are not just a consumer, but you are a creator. You are part of the solution. And so I just want you to know that you are appreciated, that you are loved, that you are powerful, and you are enough. You have the spirit of the divine in you. We are all connected. We are all one. We are all part of the divine source, and we are all eternal beings. And except for those of us that, well, not those of us, but those that are here masquerading as man. And those are obvious because they leave a wake of destruction behind them. They leave a wake of despair, and they leave destitute behind them. And you can see it, you can smell it. If you're someone that has really strong senses, you know. All right, but anyway, so thank you for this time. I really appreciate spending this time with you. If this hit anything in you, you can see if it rings as truth, hit the like button. If you need to sit with it for a couple of days and then come back and hit the like button, that'd be great too. But thank you for this time. I hope you enjoy looking at nature and me swinging around at the bird. I found 2 raven feathers this morning. They were black, blue, and green. They were absolutely beautiful. So anyway, I appreciate you. Much love.